EP151, we hit the milestone. Gary's back in the room. We got a surprise for y'all, too. Look, tonight, we're going to talk about some headlines. I know y'all been missing all of our news. We'll get around to it. But anyway, thank y'all for stopping by. Father, there's Gary. Gary, how are you doing this fine?
I'm still alive.
Still alive.
I'm still alive. The sickness tried to get me.
Well, you went from sickness to traveling.
Yeah, and I wasn't down with the sickness either.
Were you down with the traveling? You don't sound healthy.
No, I'm a lot healthier. I'll tell you that. My head's not exploding until. I will say this: Sunday through Thursday, I felt like my head was going to explode. Until Thursday night, I took an old remedy. I grabbed some honey and mixed it with some Eagle Rare. Took a shot of that at night.
I don't think that's the.
It did it. The next morning, I woke up cured.
No, the next morning he woke up. He had to go to Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
I sure did.
That played a lot of. I had a lot to do with it.
And riding with Andy will ease up a lot of mucus and stuff. You know.
So, did you stop by the famous Waffle House?
We did happen to stop on that same exit waiting for the girls because they hit a box. We stopped at the Lakeland exit.
Sound like a good time.
It did.
Now let's see if I can hit this other button correctly. Let me see here. There he is, Father Fortenberry.
It's me.
He's not so red tonight either. You too survived this trip, Father Fortenberry. How you feeling?
I came home a day early. I'm recouped.
Oh, because you was feeling bad?
No, I had to go to work. Charlie had to go to work, But I feel good. I didn't feel great Saturday. I was a little inebriated.
Just little?
A little, slightly.
Too much.
I had a buzz.
Too much wine and bourbon and whiskey tasting.
And cider.
And cider, that's right.
We had some.
I could really go down the rabbit hole with
cider.
cider.
With the cider.
I was good.
Yeah. We're going to get to y'all's trip here in a minute, but let's see. There's Marty Marr. How are you doing this fine evening?
I'm recovering from my bourbon hunting trip.
This dude stayed out
What'd you come up with?
Night.
I got there at 1:30 at night.
First one in line.
First one in line. I got 2 antique 107.
Did you put a chair out?
Then he
Yeah,
panicked.
I put my chair out and back right up beside it. About
Did
2
anybody
o'clock, the
try
cop stopped by like, y'all trying to break in? He was like, no.
How many of y'all was out there at 2 o'clock?
2:30, there was 3 of us. 2 guys from Little Rock and me. And then the cops pulled up and I told him they had a bourbon drop.
Y'all didn't run.
He said, oh, y'all seen that Pappy movie? And he was cool then.
She said, yeah, we're about to snatch that
Hijack this
barrel
joke.
up in this month. Look, if there were people actually robbing the place, they wouldn't have come by.
And
There would have been a
we wouldn't have walked up to the car and talked to him either.
And that voice you hear there, none other than Buddy Nash, the Bud Dog,
Dog
is
live.
finally on the patio. Buddy, tell everybody out there, if you don't know Buddy, something's wrong with you. But Buddy, tell everybody out there who you are.
I'm the Bud Dog, straight from the E-Town, Earl, Arkansas. That's where I'm from, hanging out with my fellows from the E-Town tonight.
Buddy represented Wolf Chase Toyota with us over there at Esperanza Bonanza. If you are in the market for a new or used Toyota or any other car for that matter, see this man, Bud Dog. Hit us up in the comments. We'll be able to get back to you. So, we had a big trip this weekend. You guys took a big old trip.
We did.
Did you learn anything special from your trip?
I learned that if I am intoxicated, I can ride a roller coaster.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes, I don't get motion sickness near as bad when I'm already drunk.
He did really
Oh,
good.
so it actually helps you.
Yes. So,
Yes.
note to self.
That's like counterintuitive, right?
I do everything better with a little buzz, man. A little aim it all.
So
these weren't really roller coasters.
yeah, they're mountain coasters.
Yeah,
Coasters?
Coasters.
Mountain
Coasters. So me
At
and
least they
Charlie
went
got in the
mountain
same one. Charlie sat in my lap, so to speak, and hilarity ensued.
Hold up, y'all did a tandem?
A tandem.
Yeah, you could tandomize it.
Yep, we tandemized it.
Was there some freakiness going on the roller coaster?
There was motion, but there was nothing else. It was
There was nothing in the ocean. It was all motion. Did you see any bears while you were on this mountain coaster?
everybody had the same thought. There was a section of the cage because you're inside a cage for the most part. Mm-hmm. There's a section of cage missing.
Which one did you guys go to? The goat one?
I don't know. What was
That one was close to your hotel. It was there
have
goats
no
on the
idea.
roof of this
Oh,
place.
it
you guys
wasn't
went
far from Goats on the Roof.
No, that was right.
It was like
a half mile from it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The goats on the roof one's one I've been to before.
But I laughed all the way down. But Andy was in front of us, and he got a little nervous and started hitting his brakes.
Because it was going too fast?
He's a little skittish on heights.
He don't like heights at all.
So was he riding tandem with his sweetie too?
him and his sweetheart ride tandem.
Look, there was a time they couldn't even be in the same room together, on the same roller coaster.
Sharing the same
And
car.
I was screaming at him all the way down. I'm finna get you. I'm finna get you. And finally, Julie says, "Let off the brake." I was coming in hot.
Andy was a little upset. She wasn't leaning into the turns, he said.
He thought he was.
It can't fly off of there. Okay.
He thought he was like what was that bobsled movie?
Cool Runnings.
Cool Running. He thought he was on
Runnings.
Cool Running. Andy's.
So Gary, did you learn anything during your sabbatical?
No, I don't think. Shoney's is still good. I'll tell you that.
Shoney's.
Okay, so-
they had a Shoney's.
That is Shoney's. On
You ate breakfast at Shoney's?
No, lunch.
Lunch.
to take the edge off, we had to get some Shoney's.
I ate probably 12 pounds of turnip greens.
Yeah. We tore them up. After we hit like 4 or 5, sampling places, you just got to do them because it's just a good deal. It's like, here, $5, you get like 12 shots. I'm like, okay.
So you must have tried every sampling there is to be tried at Gatlinburg.
Yes, we started off with wine.
Wine, and it was delicious. I left a little lightheaded.
Yeah, and then we went to
We did some cider.
we hold on, yeah, we did do
Well,
that.
He's really talking a lot about cider.
I soaked in cider.
It sure did. It was a little warm too.
Yeah.
It was.
Rocky Patel, nice little stub cigar.
Did you smoke it while you were there? Or you brought it home?
No, I smoked it. I
So
set
you
the
got
hot
us all
tub.
one.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I set a hot tub and smoked it.
And then I went to Jason Aldee's and saved us a spot.
He did.
Hold on. You've been known for that.
Is that Nashville?
It's his restaurant, though, right? Or did you go to Nashville to save a spot at Jason Aldean?
We did drive through that.
Was there a bachelorette party involved?
So, buddy, there's a story behind this. In Nashville, we was all doing something, and Gary was already.
They were all asleep.
He was asleep. Gary's gonna go save us a spot at Jason Aldean's.
Marty and I were not asleep.
So if you was going to save a spot for somebody at a bar, you would get a cool spot, right?
Like a table. Like a table.
Like a big table.
You got 12 men.
Away from everybody.
Or like
Or a
there's rail
table,
that
though, but
overlooks
there'd be like a
Broadway.
table.
The rail that overlooks Broadway. We get there. Gary called. Where you at? I got us a spot. I got us a spot. He is standing in the middle of the floor.
like this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly like that. He is literally standing there, and he's like, "Hey guys, I got us a spot."
There's not a table within 30 feet. We're 50 feet from
There's
the
not
rails.
a person within 30 feet.
But he had the spot.
had the spot.
I got us
He had the
locked
spot
down.
Yeah, he
Yes.
We could do all
Yeah, he got a
movements.
spot in the walkway.
We literally walked up, and there was like an end of a table, and we're like, "Hey, can we set it? Yeah, you guys can have that end of the table." Next thing you know, they're all gone. So we did better just randomly walking up than Gary went 2 hours early. But he didn't even go get a drink. He was afraid of losing his spot.
Yeah, I don't want to lose the spot.
Hey, you're a good spot guy.
I know.
Good
Thanks,
spot
but
guy.
thanks, Bud Dog.
Good spot guy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So, yeah. So
So
got
he
some-
went to Aldean's and saved y'all spot.
Yep.
Joe did.
Same type of spot.
No, though, it was empty. We got a bar. We got a bar.
Oh, it was completely empty.
Yeah, completely empty.
Oh.
He saved y'all the whole spot.
I saved y'all Jason out.
Yeah, we left there and then went to Old Smokies.
Old Smokies got some good.
Then we went to, what was the moonshine place we went to?
Oh, it's the Jim Tom place, Sugarland or something.
Yeah, Sugarland.
Sugarland. That was a good one.
Yep. And then we did a flight with the Sugarland bourbon.
Yeah, or no, it was the Sugarland whiskey.
Sugarland.
Yeah, Sugarland whiskey. Yeah,
Wow.
whiskey. So it was good, yeah.
We did the flight with the moonshine and the whiskey.
Yes.
In the same
Yes,
place.
the same place, yeah.
We towed it up, son.
So,
Yeah, had a good time.
yeah, had a good time. Home yesterday, but
But now the question that the world's been wondering, though, Fortenberry, did you get lost in the woods?
no.
Did you get lost in Gatlinburg?
I never went anywhere by myself.
He almost
Gary
passed
was
out in the
with you.
hot tub because we were drinking in the hot
did.
tub. Don't drink in hot tub at the same time.
Well, you know, Gary told us at the time you were lost in New Orleans, if he had been there, that would not have happened. And I like to see that he stood by his word.
Now, they put a little papoose on me and carried me around.
It was like a little backpack with a little bear on it. That was the only bear we saw.
So, no, we had a good time. And Whitney's birthday is
It was
actually next week, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's this week.
Well,
So
I guess, yeah, this week.
it's this week.
Party.
We were celebrating her 40th.
And they look, when we were leaving yesterday, the ladies all had matching velour outfits.
Yes,
I
that's what
saw
that-
those.
That's
I
what's
saw
in
those
that bag.
on
Yeah.
social media. I thought they looked quite sexy.
It looked like
walking
Zach
around in
Brannigan
those
from Futurama, but
Did you feel like Hugh Hefner walking around with all these ladies in their velour outfits?
something like that.
Silence.
Ghost.
Yes.
Do I have a crickets button? Do I? I think I might. No.
Yeah.
I do have a crickets button. Okay, there we go.
When are we going to label those?
When we start using them more often. Mhm. I didn't do the intro.
It's
I'll,
still
I'll
on.
cut it in later. Oh. There we go. I can't hear high pitches. Sorry. Here we go. Let's talk about some stuff I'm stealing this off some other sites. This isn't news, but where'd it go? This is what I want to talk about early. Back. What's some things old school that we missed that we wish they'd bring back? What was some good? We'd be like, man, that was the best time. Besides Waffle
Prince
House in
Mongo's.
West Memphis.
I was about to say that.
No.
Chris Mongo's D&D.
Oh, I got.
Oh, my
Well,
bad.
no.
Marty actually said something. You shut it down.
I know.
shut him
I'm
down.
sorry.
That's
I'm sorry.
terrible.
I got
Fortenberry-
Prince Mongo's. No, I was Prince Mongo's okay.
He's too young to
No, I've
remember.
been to Prince Mongo's.
D&D
The
was
good Prince
the
Mongo's.
karaoke
D&D was
bar.
good. I'm going to say smoker windows on vehicles.
The what?
The smoker's windows.
Oh,
The
the
little-
little triangle window that pumps out. Yeah.
I miss
Oh,
those, man.
those were fun. For the longest time, I didn't know what it was. I thought it was like when I was a kid, I would
Dude,
use it like
He
to shoot stuff with.
didn't
That
ride
was
with
like
anybody
air
that smoked.
conditioner, wasn't it?
Actually, my mama would keep them both closed, and we'd just be smoked out like Cheech and Chong rolling around in that big old LTD.
But man, you know, you get
I
on
probably
there
got the lung of
on
an
a-
80-year-old smoker right now.
You get in there on a good fall day and turn that vent back. You don't need air or nothing. Just,
Hey, I tell you this: the noise, the wind noise from that thing will put you to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I would say Blockbuster. I miss Blockbuster, man.
so does Blockbuster.
Blockbuster.
Man, you walk in a what was a better feeling than walking in Friday night in a Blockbuster and a new release came on and there were still
That's a
DVDs
good point.
behind
That's
that.
a good point.
That man.
Because what was the old store in Earl?
Salitas.
Yeah, they'd have like 2 copies. So you knew you wouldn't get
You
it.
weren't getting it.
Well, no, what you had to do was like we were poor, so we would go on Friday night before, and Daddy would rent the movies, and then he'd go back the next week and rent the VCR and put it together. So that's how we had to do it.
That's
back
right.
in
They
the day.
rented.
Earl,
So Buddog kept a movie for 2 weeks, and that's why couldn't nobody else get it.
Nobody else did it.
Yeah, because they only had 2 copies.
That's why Blockbuster went out of business. I got a whole room full of Blockbuster movies.
Clyde would go rent the only 2 there was.
That's right.
And they just watch them, basically watch them till the wheels roll up. What was the dumbest thing though? If you didn't rewind, they wanted to charge you for
Yeah,
it.
be kind,
Charge you a
rewind.
fee.
Be kind, rewind.
Wasn't like man, you could rewind it after you purchased it. You know, after you rented it. You take it home and rewind it.
Just the concept of having to rewind something. Those kids in that room behind us have no clue.
Sounds like
Oh no, they're as a matter of fact, it's I want to watch this.
All they want is next.
Yeah.
Or all they know is next.
Hey, I'm gonna ask a dumb question because I do not remember.
We're used to them.
Did you did you have to rewind the 8-track?
No.
I didn't think you did.
Just
You had to
played
play it all the way through.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Play it
that's
all the way through.
You're the only one I know. No, JP had an 8-track. He had an 8-track in an old truck he had, and he had a Red Fox 8-track. And we sat out there listening to Red Fox comedy show on that 8-track.
That's the only one he had?
That's the only one he
Hey,
had.
only 8-track I had was and I don't have a clue was Steve Martin banjo.
Steve
The
Martin.
whole
Steve Martin, yeah.
Like cheaper by
So
the
hold
dozen.
up.
Steve
Now
Martin.
we were talking about things we wish were still around.
I
Is
don't-
8-track one of those? No.
No.
Gary
Hey,
wanted Blockbuster.
You know what I wish was
Blockbuster.
around? Remember Buddog just said he was poor. They might not have one. The big ass huge sound system had the record player, the 8-track, the tape player.
Oh, they still make those.
Yeah, they still make
No
them.
8-tracks, but they'll have a CD.
Like a 6-disc CD changer bill.
Like, I
JP
remember-
had one at his trailer
He probably
house.
still got
He
it.
probably still got it by
Probably
the
still
fish
got
tank.
that mug. I bet speakers are blown out.
By the fish tank.
Yeah, fish tank. Yeah. Y'all didn't make it to JP. No. Oh, JP literally is still there today, and it is in the hoodest of hoods.
Damn.
Look, the guy next door had one leg, and if we got loud after 8 o'clock, he'd call the police on us. We had the police come over 5 times in one night. I miss JP. That's what I miss. That's what we need more
We
of.
need JP back. That's what
We need
miss.
JP back. And then we would go there after club, spend night at JP's house, trailer house, I guess you'd say. Old Buddog. So his idea, we'd first get there and it'd be cold, like real cold. So he would turn the heat up as high as it go, turn the oven on, open the
Open the
door,
oven
and we'd
door.
all be freezing. Next thing you know, we're all burning up. It's 142 degrees in January in that house. So he gets up, turns the air on full blast, and turns the oven on.
It was a thunderstorm in the house.
Oh my God! Yeah, it was a cold front and a hot, and a warm front hit each other.
Jeez.
Wow, back in the day,
Man, that's good
man,
stuff.
that's good stuff.
What else you miss? There's
Miss Winter's chicken. You ever had Miss Winter's chicken?
yeah.
Yeah.
I miss Miss
Oh, that's
Winter's
good.
chicken.
Bojangles, man.
They're Bojangles now.
There's some
Oh,
Bojangles.
it's still
just not around here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't have
South Haven, Blythe. Got
Oh,
one.
okay. I didn't know.
Marty, I got you. They don't have bone-in chicken though, so it ain't real chicken.
Oh.
They don't have bone-in?
Not over there. They don't. It's chicken tenders only.
Because you know the Bojangles here ever since the blood incident.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Bonanza.
Oh yeah.
I was
That was that when you
Let
were
me tell
when you grew up broke, you thought you was going somewhere.
Thank you.
we
You were
rode
uptown.
by Bonanzas the other day, and I told Sam what it was. Bonanzas. He said, "Well, what was that?" And when I explained it to him, he was like, "Can we go to one?" And I'm like, "No, it doesn't exist anymore."
Because Bonanza and Ponderosa was the same thing,
Yeah,
right?
same
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Because I was what did we have in Forest City? Ponderosa or Bonanza?
There used to be a Bonanza.
Yeah, it was a
But you
good
go,
one too.
You go get that plate and you walk in there and tell them what you want.
The plastic plate had a metal line.
Yeah.
in it.
Yes.
You can see the grill in the background.
Man, I tell you what I miss. Best Mexican food ever.
Poncho.
It was good. Still
How
good.
could they close Ponchos?
Think of-
You know what? We should start a food truck that's not but the old Ponchos.
Yeah.
Just go buy the cheese dip from Walmart.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That's it.
But the Poncho's cheese dip at Walmart is so thick.
Thick as a mug.
Thick as a mug. It's like
Yeah,
Play-Doh.
you need to
is
mix it with
that?
milk. Yeah.
Compared to like the Ponchos at the restaurant, wasn't that thick?
They break your chip.
They sure will.
Yeah, you gotta like
The dressing was
put
the
it
best
in
thing
the
I had.
microwave.
Yeah, I
That
bet-
green looking dressing. Yeah.
I make some of that dressing.
I was gonna say somebody in your household has the recipe for
Yes,
that dressing.
I do. I got it from Andy's wife's mom.
All right, so could we do a TikTok of you cooking that dressing and like make it go viral?
There will be no cooking involved. It's just a little mixing. We can do it.
Well, but we could do a TikTok with
We
it,
could.
like pepper
Yeah, but we
belly
don't have to
pizza or
cook.
whatever.
It's
We did
so
some
good.
Mexican pizzas and some of the dressing.
It's so good. I mean, it's close. It's real close.
Hey,
to
we
it.
got a lot of things we don't have anymore.
Let me
right
ask you,
here.
but when's the first time you had a Mexican pizza from Taco Bell?
Man, I didn't have Taco Bell till I was out of high school, dude.
That's fancy.
Yeah, but you've had Mexican pizza.
I've had Mexican pizza, yeah.
What would you think if one of our friends hasn't had a Mexican pizza in the last 2 years?
Last 2 years. How about the last year?
Last year.
This man,
I've never had one.
He can't even be called Big Tito.
They just
What?
brought it back.
Boom.
I've never had one.
You
Thank
never had
you.
a Mexican pizza?
I just didn't eat Mexican pizza.
What's wrong with
I'm
you?
gonna blow y'all to ask this dude how he eats his tacos from Taco Bell.
I assume with his mouth.
No. What's he like? How's he eat them? How they come?
They come with meat and onions, and that's it.
No, extra onions.
Oh,
Oh,
extra
I didn't know you get onions on them.
he
gotta
orders
ask.
them and then get
Yeah.
extra onion.
40 cents.
Hold on now. Now, Whitney, you don't know how Whitney orders her Taco Bell?
Buy a whole onion.
Probably the same way I do.
She would go, no, I doubt it. She goes to get the Doritos Locos Taco Supreme with no meat.
Okay, never mind.
That's
No.
a vegetarian
They're like,
taco.
they're like, do you want beans? I'm like, nope, no beans, nothing. It's a freaking salad on a Dorito. That's what she wants.
Well, now I go to the best restaurant. I'll get the vegetarian fajitas, add chicken.
It's chicken fajitas.
You know why he does that? He pisses the liberals off. He's like, he stands up and says, "I'm getting the vegetarian fajitas."
Look,
Add chicken.
There's a reason
shrimp.
behind it. If you get the vegetarian fajitas, it dude's got like tomatoes and broccoli and cauliflower and mushrooms and all this extra stuff. Throw that meat in on top of it.
So it's more than just onions and peppers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Beat the system.
Look, we're in the Mid-South. We're in the Memphis area. What else is missing from this area? What would y'all like to see that's gone?
Kmart.
Bring Liberty Land. back.
Kmart. Oh, Liberty Land, dude.
Liberty Land.
Liberty Land. Oh
Dude,
my
the
God.
Zip and Pippin, baby.
The Revolution.
Kmart. Let's dwell on Kmart for a minute, and then we'll let Buddy tell us about Liberty Land. Do you remember Kmart? It was like Dollar General store. to
He
me.
acts like I was born in the 90s.
Yeah, but Kmart to me was more similar like a Dollar General.
No, Kmart was like Walmart.
I thought Kmart. We never went to Kmart. We didn't have no money.
They had the blue light special.
Yeah. Well, I saw a kid in Jonesboro Kmart get the hell beat out of him by his mama, and the whole store collapsed.
It wouldn't happen today.
No, it
Everybody
wouldn't.
had their phones out, and the dude probably be arrested
Nah.
before he makes it out to the car.
He was the boy was acting like an idiot, and this mama turned around and started slapping the hell out of him. and like the whole line just started clapping.
That wasn't me, was it?
Man.
Dude, Kmart was good stuff.
It was like the Target before there was a Target.
It was.
It kind of was.
I didn't go to Target until probably 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But you got to think back. You know, I do a lot of video game collecting. And a lot of the video games that you find that are still in package and still have their, the price tags on them are Kmart or Sears.
Because they were the last ones to go out
Sears
of
and
business.
Roebuck.
Sears.
Something else, the Christmas catalog.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, the toy catalog.
Our kids will never know the joy of looking at all these toys that you'll never have.
Yeah.
What's I like I mentioned this before, the one toy that I could never regroup and never get.
I know what Buddy's is.
You do know what mine is.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
The G.I. Joe aircraft carrier.
That's
That was
mine.
huge.
That's mine too. Actually, that's mine. I wanted that. Must have been talking about it recently because it keeps popping up in my Facebook feed. There's a G.I. Joe group, and I've never been to that keeps like flashing that USS flag.
It just pisses me off.
Well, it does me too. But we'll say Buddy for last. 'Cause I know what Buddy's was. Gary, what was the one thing you wanted that you never got? No, that's not Gary. There's
Yeah,
Gary.
that's not me. Jeez. So much. That's a hard one. There was a lot of things, I'm sure.
You got everything. You were spoiled.
Yeah,
brat.
spoiled right.
I wasn't
He's spoiled
spoiled. We
rotten.
didn't have a whole lot, but there wasn't a whole. I never wanted a whole lot. That's the thing. I didn't want a whole. I remember one year I wanted a moped. Don't ask me why. I wanted a moped so bad. A moped. Or a dirt bike. It was either or.
That's a big difference.
There's a big one.
But I could go on the streets.
Like on a
with moped.
4-wheeler or a hover round.
Marty, what was one thing you wanted, the one Christmas present that you wanted so badly, but the elf never told Santa?
Man, I can't hardly think of nothing but a Red Rider.
Red
You
Rider.
never got a BB gun?
Yeah, I had a BB gun. I can't think of nothing.
But it
Really.
wasn't
No, I really can't think of anything.
He's like, I can think of this one.
I was thinking of radio.
You know, it was just me.
Yeah, so you got everything. You were spoiled rotten. He
Pretty
was
much.
spoiled.
I pretty much got what I
Buddy,
wanted.
I know what Buddy's is only because when he became an adult, he got him one,
I did.
a Voltron.
I wanted a Voltron. Y'all remember Voltron?
Yeah, the little tigers.
They come
or-
together and make
yeah.
the
Yeah.
big. My parents got me one when I was like 22 years old, and then some thugs broke in my apartment when I moved to Memphis.
No
and
way.
Stole it. Yeah, they stole my Voltron.
Stole your Voltron.
They stole your Voltron.
Stole Voltron and took a dump in the middle of my last floor and trench coat in the middle of my floor. Yes.
In your trench coat.
Yeah, my overcoat.
So they put your overcoat in the middle of the floor. That's personal. Then.
That's a hate crime.
That's a hate crime.
hate crime.
It was. I think it was the crackheads across the street because they had got arrested because they were cooking dope.
What upset you more, the Voltron or the crap?
Oh, the crap didn't bother me. It's my Voltron. I waited 22 years.
No, dude wanted a Voltron.
My parents had to
Man.
save for 22 years to buy this $200 Voltron. I was sad.
Wow.
There's so much evil in this world.
But I'm gonna tell y'all what I don't want for Christmas ever again. I don't want the little brown bag with the fruit and the walnut and the peppermint. And y'all know what I'm talking about.
yeah.
All the churches gave it out.
Oh, yeah.
You go to church and that was your gift. The paper bag with some fruit and some nuts and some peppermint.
You got
And it
an
was only
apple.
like 2 walnuts.
It was only 2
like, what the hell
walnuts.
you going to do with 2 walnuts?
I get them out and throw them.
I mean, what are you
Put
doing?
it on
to them?
somebody's chin.
Hey, I was just reading through. I was looking up stuff that's obsolete and top 20 since 2000. Number 15 was getting lost, and I thought, well, that's not true. I know somebody just got lost a few years ago. Here's one of those CD case binders. Man, I had a
still got one.
CD case.
I still got one.
Yeah, but do you use it?
It got DVDs.
I
in
got a
it.
few of them.
Oh, but even do you need DVDs still?
No, I want a DVD player though.
Here's another one. Blind dates. They say with Tinder, nobody has a blind date. Cursive writing. You know, that's a good one. Cursive writing.
Max doing cursive writing right now.
I will say
Really?
this: EBTV used to make us do cursive. So when I went to public school, I immediately went to handwriting. I got rid of that cursive. I was a rebel.
Hey, buddy, how about this one? Beepers.
Dude,
Beepers.
two-way.
These kids will never
No,
know.
never know.
That was texting before texting.
It was.
Not?
It
Now,
That was
now
the
I never had a beeper.
introduction.
I never had a beeper.
You could call somebody and put in certain letters, and it would send them a little message, or put in numbers.
911. Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, the 2-way.
Or having to call, wait till 8 o'clock at night to call somebody so it didn't use up your minutes.
Oh, here's
Oh yeah, we used to do that.
Nights
too.
and weekends.
Nights and weekends.
Now,
Yeah,
this
for
one's from
weekends.
2017, so there may be some of these person said 3D Dorito. I think they're back out, aren't they?
Yeah, they came back out with
I don't
them,
know what a
think.
3D Dorito is.
It's just a puffy Dorito.
A puffy
It's like-
Dorito.
Puppy.
They're good.
Look like a
It's
Chex.
like hollow and yeah, like a Chex.
There for a while, I was missing Dunkaroos because those were the bomb, but they brought those back.
They are back.
They're back with a vengeance
Yes,
too.
Circle K has them.
Yes.
Let's see. Nickelodeon game shows. Those were awesome. I didn't know they went away.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Double Dare.
Double Dare.
Double Dare.
Mark Summers, yes.
You had Guts. You had Legends of the Hidden Temple.
That's the one I was
That's it
thinking
right
about.
there.
Legends
That's
of the
it.
Hidden Temple.
You had
That's
a
good one.
bunch of
Hey,
awesome
but
games.
don't forget it wasn't a game show, but what was the one about the Cowboys? It was ranch.
Oh, you're talking about Hey Dude?
Yeah, hey dude.
Hey,
That was
Dude.
a game
Good
show.
That was no.
That
it was
wasn't a
just-
game show.
No,
it was
no,
just a
no.
show.
That's what I said
Oh.
it wasn't.
But yeah, they had a bunch of good game shows.
Anything else you guys think of? We'll jump into some news real quick if you'd like.
Let's do a little news.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
I don't know
go. Let's go
anything
for
going
some
on.
quick takes. University of Wisconsin. This is big. I still believe the tide's turning. People. University of Wisconsin rejects $800 million in funding to keep their DEI programs going. Do you know what DEI is?
Yes.
Yes.
Marty, do you know what DEI is?
Directed electronics. No.
Incorporated.
It'd probably be better.
No, I really
It's,
don't.
So they're rejecting money.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion. So they've been offered $800 million to keep their programs, and they said, "To hell with you. We're moving on. We're doing away with it."
So they're doing away with the DEI.
I see some corporations,
Or at
wanna
least
get-
changing it.
Yeah, I mean it is a problematic issue. I mean,
It's not. It's nothing you can never.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on.
Oh.
I misread this.
Oh, geez.
They turned down $800 million.
that's how I took it.
Okay, I misread it. I'm sorry. But they turned down $800 million to keep their DEI programs. The proposal would have eliminated diversity statements on applications for 2 campuses and included a 3-year cap on DEI hires. So they think it's more important to maintain this focus on DEI than to receive $800 million. I guess they're sticking to their guns.
So I just can't imagine how anybody would look at their race or religion or sexuality and say that's the most important thing about me, because that's what they're saying.
That's what they're saying.
It is. I mean,
That's exactly
That would be
what
like me walking up to somebody and saying, "Hi, I'm Jamie Fortenberry. I like women." I mean,
they're like, dude.
So
Like, all
when
right.
you were on vacation this weekend, did you walk around
Yeah, I just myself. I said I like women.
and you introduce your
I don't
pronoun?
like men's no more. I like women.
Did you tell everybody as you walk into the restaurant what your pronouns are and what your preferred pronouns are?
Oh, so I'm trying to
Drunk
get
and drunker?
I'm trying to get our TikTok account to add Patio as our pronoun.
If we hadn't been banned one time, they probably would have. A lifetime.
Yeah.
I did change the pronouns to they and them. I figured there's 5 of us.
There's multiple of us.
So,
If I say the Senate ogre, who would I be talking about?
oh, you got me talking about old dude from Chicago or Illinois.
How about Pennsylvania?
Zimmerman. Oh, Pennsylvania, Zimmerman.
All right, I know that you knew who I was talking about. Buddy, are you familiar with Fetterman?
Yeah, Fetterman looks like he's walking into a Halloween show.
He looks like Greg Ostertag.
Yeah, looks just like Ostertag.
Let me see if I can find the right scene. I'm probably playing. I
Greg
guess I
Oster,
can.
look, all I know is a bunch of bees. I like it.
Yeah, we don't like it. So John Fetterman. Now this dude can't hardly put together a sentence, but he said it isn't xenophobic, and he says that Democrats need to have a reasonable conversation about border security with Republicans. Who would have thought when he was elected that he would be a voice of reason when it came to border?
I'm gonna venture guess he didn't think when he was elected.
Maybe he's thinking now.
He don't even know he's elected. What are y'all talking about?
He thinks they're just doing an article. He's just giving a statement to the free press.
Just let the man wear his pullovers and
You know what?
Hey, I'll give him credit.
Yeah, well, they deserve credit. We'll give it to him.
yeah. But
No, I mean he's right.
but what we do is support what he said, but don't support everything else he'd be doing.
no,
That's
but I
the
mean
problem.
there needs to be a discussion.
There does. But I think everybody knows that the border is a losing argument right now for the Democrats.
Yes.
Everybody's aware of that.
Oh, it has to be.
It
right?
is.
And this Israel Hamas thing too.
It is. It's
It has to be. If these guys don't just pound that away, then they're foolish. University of Pennsylvania Business School calls on Liz McGill, who is their president, if I'm not mistaken, to resign after her statements to Congress. In light of her testimony yesterday before Congress, we demand that the university clarify its position regarding any call for harm to any group of people, immediately change any policies that allow such conduct with immediate effect, and discipline all offenders expeditiously.
Okay, I'm on unpopular opinion here. I'm a free speech absolutist. And I disagree with her sentiment, but I agree with her stance.
Okay, so she's entitled to her stance.
But you know, the one of the heartburn that people have was that the campus doesn't have a policy against people calling for the elimination of Israel.
No, but when you say things, they have consequences. And the left is strong supporter of canceling you if you say unpopular.
Yes, though, if you want to claim they're a hypocrisy or hypocrites, that's fine. But I'm a free speech absolutist.
And that's fine for her free speech. But she, as the president, is making statements for the university. She was representing the University of Pennsylvania. So if she makes things that statements they don't support.
So the rub is that people are saying that step in when people are calling for Hamas to eliminate Israel, right?
Yes.
What other things do you think the school should step in? If she called for pro-Christianity, should the school step in and stop that?
I don't think it matters what we think. Matters what the university thinks.
I
If
think
the university board does not believe that she is representing them and they don't agree with what she stated. Now, if she's on her own personal Twitter, I agree, but she was there in the capacity of representing the university.
Here's my question. So
She should have aligned.
That university, had they received federal funding?
Oh, I'm sure. State.
At that point in time.
Yes, what school was it?
University of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I think once you receive federal funding, there's a limitation of what you can do, of what you can say. And that's probably what they're talking about. You lose free speech. Once you get federal funding, you're now under essentially sanction of the federal government.
But shouldn't you have more free speech if you're under the sanction of the federal government?
No, not unless the federal government says
I would think a private entity would have more.
If you're a private entity like me or you, Jamie, we don't get federal funding for anything. I feel like we can say whatever.
When an individual, she wasn't representing herself. She was representing University of
the
Pennsylvania.
school.
Yeah.
But should the school promote free speech?
Yes, but they also have a stance that they take. And the person that is presenting that stance. So what is the
stance they take?
So right now, though, we can assume that the stance for the University of Pennsylvania is such that eliminate Israel. The Hamas has the right to eliminate Israel.
I thought the stance was that the school allows people to scream eliminate Israel.
No, she basically said that before Congress.
Okay, I thought, and maybe I didn't see the news correctly. I thought the whole thing was that she was not condemning people for saying it.
Well, you may know more than the rest of us.
That's how I may know way less.
But I get what you're going. I get where you're going at, Jamie.
Because I do not believe anybody's free speech because you can hate what I say.
I feel like
I have the ability to say.
I feel
it.
like everybody should have free speech, but if you're representing a organization that, for one, is not a private entity like the colleges, I'm sure they're getting federal funding. Then they can pretty much essentially say, "Okay, you can say that, but you can get fired."
They should.
No. You're never free. Consequences.
I don't think she's put in jail from what she said.
They should have aligned.
What I say on this show right here could get me fired from my job.
True.
Because
most of the things you say outside of here could also probably get you fired.
The shit I say on the job
from your
site.
job. Yeah. If you had an HR, that would probably be true.
We do not have a diversity exclusion program at my company.
Tucker Carlson launches his Tucker Carlson Network streaming service. Facts and honesty every day. Former Fox News host Tucker Carlson is launching a new streaming service. Let's see what they say here. We've been working in secret and producing an awful lot of material for months now. Adding all of the interviews and other material recorded would be available at his website. So basically, he's had a successful launch on Twitter, X, and he's taking it private. He's going to monetize it, and I don't guess I blame him.
No, I don't blame him. Absolutely. We're hoping one day to monetize ours.
Yes, exactly. We're still waiting for
Yes,
our successful launch.
We went private too.
We went private this whole time.
Yeah, but the problem is Jamie keeps getting us kicked off. Actually, I got us kicked off last week, but we got it back.
That's okay. We'll blame Jamie, though. Every time we just blame
Every
Jamie.
time.
Study shows children of conservative parents have the best mental health. Why do you think that is?
'Cause we ain't got no time for that shit.
They're more likely to exhibit self-control, social competence, and success in school.
Do you feel like conservative parents are actually more free thinkers?
No, I don't, because I think conservatives are more rigid. But I also think conservatives are more personal responsibility minded too. So we teach our kids you're responsible for your own actions.
True. I agree. I was just thinking. I feel like some of the more free thinking parents sometimes sort of push their child in one way.
One thing Jordan Peterson says that I really do appreciate is he's made this several times, that the world needs the left and the right, because the left usually creates jobs and the right usually runs jobs.
I agree, and I think we all agree that a good debate is awesome.
Well, there's few conservative parents that are trying to convince their children, one, to use different pronouns, or that they probably think that are a different sex than they think they are.
And they're doing it at a young
And all of
age
those
now.
things can add to.
Oh, well, absolutely.
Kids are already confused enough. I mean, look, they're going to go through cycles where they don't know if they like boys or girls. I mean, it's just part of growing up, really. And, you hope it falls the way you prefer it to, but they don't need any more confusion. Because if you keep asking a kid, do you think you're a donkey? Do you think you're a donkey? Do you think you're a donkey? Hell, if you ask me enough times, I'm probably going to tell you, yeah, okay, I'm a donkey.
How do you think a dog knows its name? Because you call it by its name enough, he knows that's his name.
Yeah,
That's exactly right.
it.
That's
I mean,
the exact same thing, buddy. Exact same thing.
you're essentially conditioning your kid by asking them over and over and over and over again.
Hey,
Because they're at that time they're looking for what response would make them happy.
To feed off the response.
They do. They want to make their parents happy.
A good example is a young child that takes his food and pushes it off the table when they're 2 years old.
Yeah.
If you interact with them, pick it up, put it back on the table, they'll do it again.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, true. They're looking for attention anyway.
Yes.
These kids want your attention so
Like
much.
the people looting these stores all over Memphis every day now. There's one or two. There was somebody at Wolf Chase.
I don't
went
see
in.
that happening that much, but I don't watch local news either.
Well, and it pops up in my feed, but I think they pepper sprayed the lady at the counters that was leaving someplace at the Wolf Chase Galleria. Probably just race hell. Then a T-Mobile, somebody was backed up with a truck, had it tied to the cage, pulling it out.
They pulled the whole door off and then parked. They had enough time to pull the door off, pull the truck around the side of the road, go in, get $25,000 worth of stuff, load it in a different car, and then leave.
And then leave.
But then these stores are racist when they move out of these areas.
Yeah. Creating phone deserts. I hadn't heard phone deserts. But they had coined that.
Hey, you need to trademark that.
I was sitting there thinking the other day. I was driving through Memphis. I kept on hearing they're putting up a Top Golf.
Oh, it's already up.
I know. I didn't realize where it was.
And
at.
within the second week, there was a shooting.
Yeah.
They were shooting the
was there?
first or second
I bet
Friday
you the
or something.
guy who did that got to a meeting and said, "You're fired, dude. Did you not do any research?"
But hold up. But yet the Pence district is thriving again. So
Really?
yeah, but they have places like Bass Pro that does not allow.
They don't
foolishness.
tolerate it.
Yeah.
They can't because that's not their clientele.
No, but the instant you allow something like that, you're
But
going to have problems.
You can buy an assault rifle and buy the rounds and walk around the store with it because I've done
Yeah,
it
you've
before.
done it
So
before.
that's another reason that you don't have foolishness going on around in that place.
Yeah.
Let's talk about college football for a minute. Our beloved Razorbacks and the transfer portal. The transfer portal is in full effect. All of these kids are changing teams. You got some leaving high-powered teams before we ever hit the bowl season.
So at a quick glance, I think I sent y'all the text message. Like Arkansas has 16 transfers, and we're not even leading the SEC. Who was it? Kentucky, I think, had 18.
And these are people heading out.
Heading out.
Yeah. Well,
For example, Ohio State has their first and second string quarterback.
yeah.
One of y'all, I think y'all's number 3 receiver.
Yeah. Got a bunch. I mean, It is what it is. It's a new monster now
It is, yeah.
they've created the NIL and the transfer portal without having to sit
But
out
now,
a
in
year.
all fairness, we all think of the players leaving. Coaches are telling players to hit the portal. They're like, I don't want you anymore. Hit the road, Jack. And so it's two-way street. It's not all players ready to leave. I'm not so sure in Arkansas that they wanted to keep KJ around, even though now it looked like he may stay. I'd be surprised for the quarterback. We've now signed a quarterback from Boise State, or
Yep.
got one coming in from Boise
So
State.
but that's how quick it can change now, because like
Yep.
Arkansas had 4 wins last year. And I'm not calling 10 wins or nothing, but we went and picked up a new quarterback.
Again.
We did.
We went and picked up a new quarterback. One of the offensive linemen that was in the portal has now declared he's staying.
Yeah.
Then we so now if KJ decides more of a threat.
I shared this with you guys yesterday, but this is Lou Holtz. Buddy and I heard it in church yesterday morning. Football coach was asked, what's the difference in football players today and 50 years ago? He answered simple. Today's athletes talk about rights and privileges, and the players 50 years ago talked about obligations.
I think you
and
can say 50 years ago they were white.
Look, this is the same problem in the workforce today.
It was a slow
Everybody
game.
in the
terrible.
workforce wants $40 an hour. They all want 10 weeks of PTO, vacation, whatever you call it. They want to walk in at top dog. They want to be everybody's boss today.
Have you ever heard Shane Gillis talk about white cornerbacks? He said there's one in the NFL and he's in a retirement center. He's talking about it's like a dinosaur. You just don't see a white cornerback.
Because they're not fast. I mean,
No, we're slow.
Well,
we know our limitations.
Well, now we have had a white player win the slam dunk contest just a couple years ago. And we've also, the number one running back in the NFL is a very light complexion.
Who you call number one quarterback?
running back.
Oh, running back.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a quarterback.
No.
Who's the best quarterback in the NFL?
Right now, best quarterback in the NFL.
I know it's not Patrick Mahomes.
Dude, I've got to go.
I'm not so sure it's Tua. I think it could be Tua.
It could be Tua, or it could be I can't believe his name. The guy that at the Eagles.
Jalen
Jalen has not looked good last two
He's
games.
hurt. He's been playing.
No, but he's a very good game manager.
And those two guys we just mentioned were on the same college
I know.
team together.
I'm
Isn't that
together.
amazing?
You know, I'm going to still say Mahomes. He really is.
No,
Oh, he's a good
Look
quarterback.
at his weapons. He has nothing.
Josh Allen leads the league in touchdowns, but he also leads in interceptions.
He's terrible.
So he's not terrible. He leads in turnovers too.
You just mess it up a lot.
He just messes up.
I'd put him like he's a top 10.
Do you know what's really showing its head? The importance of the offensive coordinator. Kansas City lost their offensive coordinator. Basically the same players last year. Offense not nearly as potent.
They also have no running threats.
Pacheco's had a really good season, actually,
Yeah, but I mean,
by comparison.
yeah, by comparison, but they do running back by committee. And I mean,
Timmy Nash has joined us on live. He says Dak Prescott. Look, I got to tell you,
Good.
Dak might win the MVP this year.
Dak's playing at a very, very high level.
But
And
it's-
thanks for joining us, Timmy.
He's not
It's
making-
crazy to think like we were discussing race in the NFL where black quarterbacks were hell even a decade ago.
Wizard of Ozra. I don't know who that is, but hey, thanks for joining
What's
us.
up, Wizard of Ozra?
But yeah, Dak right now is not making any. The reason why he's better than everybody else right now, he's not making any bad decisions.
He's not making interceptions.
He's not making interceptions.
Tony
He
Romo.
looked like he played that, like he was playing Arkansas back in the day. We were actually watching that game the other night. It was the Arkansas one with Dak and hit.
Yeah.
Arkansas was up like 2 touchdowns and still lost. Yeah, I watched.
Did you have the
that game.
DVD or VHS?
No, we
of
were
that?
just watching live
8-track.
TV. It was on the TV the other day. We watched.
It was on
Wait.
live TV.
It was on a live TV,
ESPN Classic
like a
or
Roku TV, something or another. And we
I mean,
watched it.
Dak's clearly top 5 quarterback, right?
Oh,
Right
I
now-
think so.
Right now,
Yeah.
Right now,
Right
he's-
now.
Right now, yeah.
Right now, he's
Yeah.
top 3.
I
Easy.
was gonna say I think he's top 3 right now.
Easy.
How about Brock Purdy?
He's
Top
there.
3.
I mean,
He's
Purdy's
there.
got to be there.
He's just consistent.
How you talking about somebody's got weapons?
Oh yeah, he's got
Debo
the
Samuel.
most.
Yeah, I mean,
Ayuk,
Caffrey.
Kittle,
Kittle.
offensive line, defense.
Ayuk, what have you
Dre
say his name?
Greenlaw and company. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
They may be the most talented team in the league.
They stomped the Eagles a week ago.
Now they lost yesterday, but I'll tell you who I think is a dangerous team, and if they ever start clicking, Jacksonville.
You've been talking about them for a while. I think
Yeah.
they've lost their luster.
well, you know,
They did.
the last 2 weeks, old boy's been hurt. So
He didn't get hurt till almost the end of that game, though.
yeah, but
The other night.
but lose him hurts, and then he was hurt.
There's something missing right now.
When they have
they did another receiver.
When they have all the receivers, they're awesome. When they have Kirk, they have Ridley, they have Zay Jones, all available.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you who's now in the playoffs. The Atlanta Falcons, and they've started using their weapon. They have the most underused weapons in all the NFL, and they decided yesterday. And Drake London sits on my bench with 29 points that may cost me a playoff berth. But they decide to use both Pitts and London, which I had them in the daily yesterday.
Yeah.
And they look really good. But they lost yesterday, didn't they?
Yeah, they end up losing.
But still, they played very well.
They came. It came to the last throw. It was like from the 30-yard line.
The Vikings are in the hunt.
They won 3-0 yesterday, Jamie.
They are still.
They pulled Dobbs.
And Justin Jefferson got nailed. He killed.
That was a
Dobbs,
weak hit, too.
Dobbs killed Justin Jefferson.
He did.
He tried to kill him.
I don't think Jefferson comes back to this season.
No, they said he's supposed to be playing. He didn't get really hurt. He just got wind knocked out of him.
That
All right, what else? Look, we've been on for a while now. What else you guys want to talk about this evening? We're going to do a quick live.
Yeah, we'll do a quick live.
Buddy, stick around for a quick TikTok live.
I got plenty of time.
All right.
Y'all see where Marvin Harris Jr. might be taking $20 million for an NIL deal?
To stay at
I
Ohio
would love
State.
it. I would love it.
I know you would, but a decision like that, schools like Memphis will never have a chance again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that may be the way it goes anyway.
But don't it take-
Memphis will be with kids that can't get the deals.
And I hate that.
Here's my issue with college sports, and I've always had this issue. Once you are 18 years old, you should be able to play professionally. You're able to go and die.
I agree fully.
You're able to go and die for your country at 18, but yet you can't play a professional
Or
sport.
buy a bottle of whiskey.
Hold up. There's a reason why you can't go to the NFL out of high school.
You're telling me there's not an 18.
I mean,
Conditioning.
you get murdered.
You're
telling-
just not a man playing with men.
You're telling me there's not an 18-year-old here that can play NFL. I disagree. I know there is.
I mean, there might be one out there,
But why can't he go to the NFL?
What if they had a deal?
NFL's not going to take a risk on it.
Well, that's what the SEC is trying to become is the D League. Them and the Big Ten are basically trying to be the farm.
That's what it is.
So,
the
but
farmland.
there is a
farm
rumor
team.
floating around that the SEC and the Big Ten are in talks with the NFL, where the NFL will do their NIL deals, and those players will basically be the farm club.
Is that not genius?
It is, but now that both of them are going to have, you'll have 40 of the top teams in the country.
So Arkansas becomes the farm club to the Tennessee Titans, and we never get another damn good player in history ever.
I ain't so sure we ain't the farm club to the SEC right now.
You got points. You got a point. All right, buddy. Well, you know what? Before I hit the outro, whatever, you got any parting words? Anything you want to tell us right now? Anything you want to put out there? Anything you want to say? First time on air with us. We're both live and recording an episode going to drop in the morning. Anything you want to add?
I don't know. It's good to be here. Good to hang out with you guys, man. Y'all are my brothers, and it's kind of fun to hang out. It's look forward to being back another time.
Well, we're glad to have you, buddy. We're glad to have you. You feel free to stop by anytime. Gary, parting words.
Bye, guys.
There's that limp wrist.
Yeah.
Marty Marr.
Thanks for watching. Buddy, come back anytime, man.
Thank you, bro.
Father Fortenberry. Or shall I say El Escamoto.
El Escamoto. What's up, guys? Hey, you enjoyed it. Happy birthday, Whitney, when it comes around.
Yeah.
Happy 40th.
Yeah, happy 39th birthday, Whitney. And we'll see y'all next time. Hit the like button.
Outlaw.